Welcome back to the Rubasha Family Podcast. We're here for another special episode in a different setting, out in nature.
We are here. This is outside. This is our local pub. We come to have a beer here, and there is a nice playground where the people come here to enjoy, to have a drink over the weekend. And we decide to come and to talk, and this is the way people live in Australia. You'll be free a place. Now everywhere now we can enjoy, we come, we talk our life, we bring our ideas.
We had a thought, and this is something that I've seen growing up here in Australia. Let's say even, for example, with couples, right? You have an African man or an African woman, and then they get with a white man or a white woman or from another culture, right? Interracial relationships. And then they have children. So something that I noticed, let's say I'll speak to, let's say, a client of mine, and he has mixed race children, right? From the partners. And then I said to him, why don't you take your children to Nigeria? What about going to Africa? And he says, oh, no. The mothers of my children, they're scared. They think Africa's dangerous. We can't go there on holiday. And that often goes to the child. So the child's thinking like, oh, where my parents are from, Africa, it's such a dangerous place. Why is there still such a stigma that Africa is so bad or dangerous?
Yeah, I think for me, maybe I think it's in mindset. So mindset is that, and always my question, maybe we talk to our audience. Sometimes children from mixed marriage, especially white and Africans, sometimes when they're young, their parents, they will not allow them to travel to Africa because they think it's not safe, because they think it's not a good place to go when they are young. It's mindset they put in their mind. Most white, they will not allow their children to go to visit in Africa when they're child. I don't know why they get scared, because the women they married or the husband they're together, they were children, they were grow up there. So it's a mindset, and sometimes it's a fear which is nothing. It stop that freedom the kids can go when they're young.
What advice do you give to parents navigating an interracial relationship, or not a relationship, but bringing up mixed children? Is there a complex?
There's no complex, but see, life you never know. But what I realize, when they're young, African children, which mixed children, so when they are young, they are already cared by the white community. See, the white, they are worried about their children much, much better. So they are on them. So they don't give a bit. Maybe some they do, but always they're protecting. They are protecting their children.
The grandparents love them.
The grandparents love them. The community love them. They fear if they go away, they can go maybe, in the wrong way. But most of them put off the children when they are young. Most African mixed children, when they're adult, they go the other way.
To the African side?
Yeah, to the African side.
Why?
So because the parents have been hugging on them for a long, long period of time. And then also sometimes you see like uncle or other friends, always they tease Africa. They say bad things about Africa. They say bad things about Africa and the way they behave. So sometimes nothing positive come from the other side family is good. So now the children always they hear and about negative. So until maybe they grow, they want to explore, they want to go to see what was there. But I don't know if maybe the parents, if they know, or maybe if they know, it mean nothing. But also that we want to talk with the mixed children, so they feel more white or they feel more Africans.
I guess it depends sometimes on how they grow up.
Yeah, but does it make different?
Yeah, like if you grow up a lot with your white family, you're gonna feel more on that side. If you grow up on with more your African side, you feel more African.
But you see, like now, like the way, like how they be affected. You see, we live in a country where sometimes they could be racist people. So the children can grow up where they are mixed, and then maybe their relative, they can have that mentality of racism, and how they can deal with the children deal with that kind of family, because some grandparents or some aunties, some uncle, always they can joke about, about African people, about only thing there. So those things now, when they talk about in the family, the children listen. You see, and when the children listen, sometimes when they grow up, you don't feel happy. See, why, these people, they can talk about my mother's side or my father's side like this. Yeah. So those are the things which sometimes piss off children when they grow older. Yes, because the white family hold on them much of time. And I think that is what, as I say, that's why we want to open this conversation. We talk to the the families. And always I'm come here to see again about the name. So if at least the way African name is going to disappear, if you are married, if a husband is white and the wife is African, so the name is going to disappear. The name from African side.
But what should happen? Because maybe as a father, let's say if I was a white man and I'm the father, I want to keep my name alive.
Yes, when you are white.
Yeah.
But what we try to say, how can it be mixed?
That's what I'm saying.
Yes. So now, when they're mixed, the African name disappear, because most children, they have first name as white.
And then the last
name they go to get their fathers as last names, and which their father is going to be
the white name.
So now disappear.
So but what about if it's a black father and a white mother?
Yes, so if a black father is good, because if a wife has already taken the husband's name, so it's good now.
So have the African name.
They have the African names. But from the white, the name disappear. So at least that was we want to bring in there, the mothers. If you want to bring your names, middle names, give your children African names, middle names. So sometimes also the kids, they want to be identified
as African
with those names.
Or you give them the first name. You give them the first name, an African name, and then have the white name as the surname.
Yes, that is what we are thinking about it. That is where everything can be good when we do that, because that is the identity. And identity is how it disappeared. It disappeared gradually. And white people, they know this. They planned this for a long time. That was what. But African, we don't know. You see, like now, if you see mixed children, they have all white names. They will never know if they are mixed. They will never know if they have
through their names. Yeah, that's actually true. So the mixed kids, it's like the African name's gone completely.
Gone from if they marry the mother side.
Yeah.
But if the father is African, at least it beats some things there. So that is why I'm the voice of African identity. I want to bring this awareness of our identity, of our names. Our names have to always to bring our identity. Only African is only continent, is only people who had culture of naming culture of practice. Our ancestors did naming their children. But when white colonial came, he wiped it up. The Muslim came again, wiped it up our names. I'm here to bring you back. Let's get back our name. Let's see how we can bring our identity back.
Do you have the other tripod? Anyway, guys, I think that was a great little segment. We'll release this tonight, probably. And thank you guys for watching. Let us know what you think. We will continue this conversation even more later. We just wanted to record something nice. Make sure to subscribe on all platforms, guys. We're reached on Spotify now, nearly 600 followers. We're heading to 1,000. We have more people listening in the podcast on Spotify. And please give us a rating on Spotify. If you're on Spotify, just give us a 5-star rating. That would be amazing. And we're going to keep bringing these conversations. Thanks, guys.
If you really enjoyed this video, make sure to click here, and I'm sure you're going to love that one.